It's the third time it has been reported, and the second instance of a sex scam in the Navy being reported in the Navy in just 5 weeks. With us in the studios of the Newshour this evening from Delhi is the young lady who first exposed the sex scam in April. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us in our studios in Delhi. We, of course, are not revealing the identity. We want to keep the confidentiality of the person who has come into this case, and I appreciate the fact that you are with us, ma'am, in our studios in Delhi and are willing to speak about this. Thank you very much indeed. Also with us is Commodore C. Uday Bhaskar, former director of the IDSA, and Brigadier S.K. Chatterjee, senior retired army officer, former deputy director general of public information. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, the sex scam in the Navy has come up a second time, ma'am. You went ahead and complained in April. At that point of time, the Navy did not seem to take your complaint seriously. What went through your mind when you saw another case similar to yours coming up now?
First time I complained in the month of March, not in month of April.
March, yes.
When I saw this another complaint, I was just expecting all these things are happening in Marco basis, because my husband is a Marco. I thought the special officers are having a lot of time. They just work 1 or 2 hours, and rest of the time they do all these things. But I was suspecting, yeah, in other bases also they do all these things. So when I hear another case, I understood again that that lady hasn't complained a police case. Nobody will help her out. In case of me, as I complain to police, at least I can take help of court. So I can, as they are influencing police also, these Navy people are harassing me so much. I don't think the lady will get any benefit, because these Navy people, they don't do proper investigation. But it is happening, so many cases it is happening. I appreciate that lady after seeing me came to media, whatever he did it. But there are many incidences it happened in front of me, but nobody dared to come to civil police or written to Chief of Navy Staff.
Did in your case, for people who may not be familiar of what happened in your case, you took the charge that you were being sexually exploited by your then husband. You were being sexually exploited by him. You took the case to senior officers, and what did they tell you then?
See, when I saw first initially it was happening in Marcos East, INS Kalinga. When I saw all these things, my husband said, as I am a civil service aspirant, he said Navy is working like this, and if I am not listening to my seniors, I will be thrown out of the cadre. I have really worked hard, so please understand my problem also. You clear the exam next year within 1 or 2 years, then I'll leave the service. I'll probably write the IPS limited exam. So I'll become an IPS. I'll leave the Navy job, so that we can have a good life instead of going to this complain all these things.
What briefly?
I listened to him. I came back to Delhi.
Briefly, I don't want to get it. Briefly, what were you being asked to? What is the compromises that you were being asked to make? I don't. In whatever, broadly.
First time when they do a, like any new officer is getting married, they do a welcome party. And in that party, they just let you know Navy's rules and regulation and how all parties they arrange. So he is that time commanding officer, told me like what kind of parties they have, what all dress codes will be there. And next day I was been invited by a lieutenant commander who is posted in border as of now. When I went to his house, firstly I was been told to consume alcohol. I never had drink, even my parents or my grandparents, they also never drunk. And then I saw there is something fishy happening. Then I complained to my husband. So he said, why you are worried about others' life? You just be in your life. Then all these things, whatever I am telling, second time I saw my husband with one captain's wife. They were making love.
Why?
I came through another.
Why did you just want to?
Yeah.
The Navy says you have a series of complaints against your husband. They say this is not what you are saying is not correct. There is a history of complaints you've had against your husband since 2009. That's one. They also say they also are saying that.
Do you have?
No, I'm just telling you what they are saying. The Indian Navy told the Ministry of Defence that these allegations stem from marital discord, and the allegations were made after you filed for divorce and not before. In other words, they're casting aspersions on why you are raising these issues now. This is not my view. I have no views on the matter, but I'd like you to respond to that perspective which the Navy put in your case.
Arnab, I would like to tell you, Navy doesn't have anything to save their reputation. So because of that reason, they are making all fake allegations. First of all, Navy doesn't have any right before doing any investigation. They came to media. They said that this girl is lying and all these things. So it is affecting police investigation also. Without any formal investigation, how could any organization come up to media and say that this girl is lying? If I am lying or telling the truth, they should have done a proper investigation. Thereafter, they could have come to media. I would have appreciated them. And my husband, and you are talking about my husband's divorce. My husband filed divorce on month of March 24th.
Right.
And that was after my complaint. 2nd of March, I have informed to Chief of Navy Staff. And what happened is, whatever they have returned to Ministry of Defence, just for saving their reputation and saving this Commodore and Captain, because very senior, there are 6-7 officers are involved in this. So they just right now also they are coming and threatening me. They don't have any other way to save these officers. They have to tell that this is a marital discord, and in board of inquiry they are saying this girl is mad. You tell me, am I looking that I am a mad? Today I studied from IIT and I am a civil service aspirant. If Navy is saying I am a mad. And one more thing I would like to tell you, my husband has filed a divorce on the basis stating that I am mad. That is why she doesn't want to stay with me. And he came to this SCP, one Asa Thakur from CAW cell. He came to meet that Basant Bihar, whoever people of Basant Bihar police station, and he was requesting everybody not to register the case. When he realized from people that there will be a case and he will undergo problems, he returned to Kochi base. He spoke to his Commodore, his captain, flag officer commanding in chief. You can check out his mobile call details and have a proof, because while he was speaking to these people, there is a recording, one seller recorded, and thereafter he filed for divorce. They said this is the only way to save the officers. So file for divorce.
Is there been a cover? I just,
yeah.
Ma'am, I just want to tell you one thing. That I am not taking any opinion on this matter. I'm listening to you, and I want to listen to the other side as well, because and let me get you in. Commodore Uday Bhaskar and Brigadier Chatterjee. Here are some very serious allegations that are being made. The first question, Commodore Uday Bhaskar, would be, you know, last time when there was this, when her case came up, at that point of time the Navy covered it up. They said that nothing has happened, there is no seriousness to the matter. They suggested that she is making these allegations because she has a problem with her husband. Why is the Defence Minister of India getting serious when similar cases being reported after 1 month?
Arnab, I think first of all I should clarify my own status here. I am not the other side, you know, whatever that means, because I am reacting to this like you in a very neutral manner and going by what is available in the public domain. Now I just heard you playing a clip where the Honorable Defence Minister, Mr. Antony, made it very clear that there is no cover-up, that if a matter has been reported, whether to him as the Defence Minister or to the Chief of Naval Staff or anyone else in the hierarchy, the matter would be investigated. Now, in this specific instance, I am only going by what is available in the public domain, and I just like to repeat this point, that the suggestion that sexual favors are part of the norm for career advancement in the Indian Navy is such a counterfactual statement, and the fact that we are discussing this on national television is a slander. I mean, I'm frankly very disappointed that I agree these cases have come into the public domain, but there could be some perspective about how these are being portrayed. Now, any kind of marital discord, and I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, Arnav, is firstly a very private matter between the two individuals, and I don't think any of us have
this
any
is not
kind of knowledge about
but
the
what the
details.
lady is alleging, see, this is not what the lady is alleging, and also what has been the second case which has come up now is not, Commodore Uday Bhaskar, with the greatest of respect, an altercation or a discord between two individuals. They are talking about others within the Navy structure who have played a role in allegedly seeking sexual favors from the wives of junior officers. So, with due reference to what you are saying, Commodore Uday Bhaskar, this is not just another case. The allegation is pretty serious. The allegation goes beyond two individuals.
Arnav, again, with the greatest of respect to you as a national anchor, I am just saying that when an allegation of this nature is made, it is, as you rightly said, one side of a certain story. Now, I am entering this particular debate this evening, or a discussion, if not a debate, based on my 40 years in the Navy, and all I'm saying is that this is something which is so over the top that career advancement in the Navy is being conducted through this particular route. I'm saying that's not true.
Well,
now, if you say there is a specific case, there is an aberration, my own response is, let there be a thorough investigation.
Yes.
And I'm sure that any good reporter, and you're the brightest of the lot in your own, sort of peer group, that surely you can link up, the dates of various cases. Now, I'm reasonably familiar with the case that hit the press today. Can you give me 30 seconds, Arnav?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there's one side of the story which you and your team have brought into national focus. But from what I gather, there was an agreement which had been arrived at in the middle of April in a court, and a week later, the family of the girl is reported to have written this letter to the Honorable Defence Minister, who, the moment he gets it, has done the right thing. He said there's no cover-up, but we will investigate. So I'm disappointed for two reasons. One, such serious slander against an institution. And secondly, shouldn't a good reporter do a little more investigation?
No, one second.